Hey, what's good, my brothers and sisters of the Briar? Hopefully, everything's going well for you this afternoon, this evening, tonight. Um, Funny thing happened. I'm sitting here thinking I'm recording. I'm talking to the camera and everything, doing well, and talking about my tobaccos and my pipe, and then realized 10 minutes into the game, I did not press the record button. It's been that kind of a day. But no complaints. No complaints. We're going to make it do what it do. Those things happen, but hey, I think I can remember everything I talked about. I started talking about with my last video that I posted, I showed you the pipe tobacco that I received, and I also revealed to you my new pipe. Well, since then, I have, let's see here. I forgot it won't let me flip screens on this one here. So I have the Scotty Butternut Burley. I have it in this jar. It is ready to go. The two tobaccos that I had to mix for the Scotty Trout Stream has been mixed thoroughly, properly, jarred, and is ready for smoking. And the last thing I got to make a correction. I said that the plum pudding and this is the bourbon barrel aged, and this is the regular plum pudding. We're in plugs. Actually, they're not in plugs. They come in sheets like this right here. So that's right here. And this one comes with a charred oak Kentucky, from a charred oak cube from a smoked Kentucky barrel. So you can smell that there, and that's giving the essence of that bourbon barrel. So that came in here. I think the reason I said plug, when I shook the can, it sounded like a plug, but these come in thick sheets as well. Okay, so I am going to smoke this one tonight, and I'm going to use this to break in my pipe. As I told you before on the last video, that I believe I'm going to let this be an English smoking pipe. So I got a sheet of tobacco in here, my mixing bowl. So while I'm mixing this up, I am going to talk about my pipe for a little bit. But basically, for those who have never smoked a tobacco like this, what I like to do is to put it in the middle of my hand and just rub, and then it's going to eventually come apart to where you can put it in your pipe. See there? So it goes from this to this. So I just dump that in my bowl here. Now, when I was talking about my pipe, when I picked this pipe, I did not do a thorough investigation. And it didn't try to be anything totally bad, but the reason I say that is because I tend not to use filters in my pipes. And when I came home and was looking at the pipe, I pulled the bit from the bowl or the bit from the stem, and it had a filter in it. And I'll show you that in a moment. So I knew right then that I was going to remove the pipe filter. And the reason why is when I first started smoking a pipe, I would smoke the one with the filter because I was told that's what I was supposed to do, and that the filter was good for me to use with a pipe. So then after a while, started to notice that I didn't like the filter. But again, here's why. Pipe, tobacco, getting ready to fill it, light it, I'm good, I'm doing good, I'm enjoying the smoke. Then, after a while of smoking, a little gurgling noise, or I'm not pulling as much. Okay, well, I can't take a pipe cleaner and just run it through the pipe, get out any kind of moisture, and pull it back out. What I have to do is I have to stop my smoking experience, put the pipe down, let it cool totally, pull it apart, take out the nasty, wet, slobbered filter, throw it away, pipe cleaner, clear everything out, put it back together again, and relight. That has taken a whole lot of time away from my pipe smoking experience, especially if I'm on lunch break and I only have a certain amount of time to enjoy a couple of puffs and whatnot. I don't want this to interrupt. That means also too, I got to carry extra filters with me, and it's just a big hassle. So I stopped using the filters. I would throw these away. And then what happened would be that from time to time, depending on the type of tobacco I'm using, when I'm filling it up and I'm pulling through it, I'm lighting it, I may get a little bits of tobacco on my tongue. Not a lot, but a little, sometimes, not all the time. I'm good with that. Again, when I start smoking my pipe, I want to be able to enjoy the pipe smoking experience without having to break. Because again, you're not talking about a 5-minute deal. You're talking about up to maybe 20 minutes. Because again, depending on how hot the pipe is, you don't want to pull it apart. Because if you do when it's hot, this part right here is going to expand and it's not going to fit properly into your pipe. So what are you going to do then? You just bought a new pipe. Now you can't put the bit back into the shank, and now it's worthless. Or you got to find some ways to get that back in there, and it's never quite the same. So that's why I don't use filters. But I'm eager to learn, to see, or to find out, do you use filters? And if you do, why? I am very curious and whatnot. Again, I don't think it's anything bad or good. I think it's personal preference. But I would still like to hear your thoughts on the reasons why you do or you don't use filters in your pipes. Now, I know there are some pipes that don't come with filters, period. It's not even meant to use a filter. But for those that are, like the Stanwell, and like this particular Stanwell, would you remove the filter or would you continue to use it? All right, so I have my pipe tobacco in a position to be used and to be smoked and enjoyed. So I am going to fill my bowl. And because this is a new pipe, normally I would fill the bowl all the way to the top. What I'm going to do is I'm only going to fill it the first third of the bowl, so you really can't even see it until you get real close. Now you can see it. Okay? So I'm not going to fill all the way to the top, just the third. I can still pull through it, and I'm going to light. Tap it down gently. And I'm just going to take my time and enjoy some good slow puffs off the pipe. The reason why I only filled it to the first third is that's normally where I start my cake building process. I'll start a couple of pipe smokes with it only filled to the first third. And then after a couple of bowls, then I'll start filling halfway. And then after a couple of bowls halfway, then I'll fill all the way to the top and then smoke it all the way down. But again, this is just something that I picked up in my years of pipe smoking. It's Plum Pudding. Very, very nice pipe tobacco. English. Hence, you got your Perique, you got your Virginia, you got your Balkan, you got your a little bit of what else is in here? Latakia. It is just a sensational smoke. This is a favorite of mine, and I don't get a chance to get it all the time. That's why, even though that little bit of a sheet created that much pipe tobacco, what I'll probably do is I'll probably rub all that out and put it back in the tin. That way it'd be ready for me to smoke. And I think it will probably be enhanced by that cube of charred bourbon barrel a little bit more. But as you can tell, this is one that would be here. I could use it for a couple of bowls if I'm using it for the first third. And there it is. Beautiful pipe. Nothing like breaking in a new pipe. Beautiful. The whole experience is good. I mean, from just the first packing, the lighting, just holding it in my hand. This says a lot. This pipe is talking a lot of, it's giving a lot of information. It's talking it's making good conversation. All right, so before I go, again, let me know your thoughts on to use or not to use and why a filter in your pipe. Well, I'm getting ready to go back and enjoy the rest of this evening. I'm going to re-up on a little bit of bourbon, enjoy my bourbon barrel Seattle Pipe Club's Plum Pudding, and enjoy my rest of my night. I ask that you do the same. Be well, stay safe. As we get ready for Thanksgiving next week sometime, just put yourself in a good position to be amongst family, even if through Zoom. Enjoy the fellowship. All right, until the next time, this is the man Mega Forever coming to you, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.